encounter. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So the overwhelming question here is whether the away team have already done enough.
Well, the visitors could have maybe pushed a bit harder in the first leg, Peter, but it is what it is, and they have to judge this carefully nonetheless. I suspect they'll settle for something in the middle of cautious and at times maybe a little careless. But don't be surprised if this aggregate score swings about in this second leg. It could give us some telling entertainment.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Bayern Munich back here, having been unable to claim anything from their efforts on the road. That has left them simply needing a win to make the final. Neuer sends that a long way. Kimmich, that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Emery. Davis tries to clear. Now, what about a counter-attack? That is a great pick-out. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Caught offside that time. Musiala, Kimmich, Tacho cuts out the pass, Dembele, out to the left it goes, Kvaratskhelia gets a cross in, and he's there to get it away. João Neves, Kvaratskhelia with the delivery. Hernandez. Lovely feet. Time to deliver. Tries a shot! Oh, it's come loose. And they've got rid. Vitinha. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Davis shifted upfield. Oh, it's Dembele. Hernandez, and that's aimed into the middle. Vitinha plays it short. And it's Mendes. No way through, so back it comes.
Dembele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Aimed in towards the centre. Germain making a good start. Nice level of intensity in their play. Doué. Hernandez. Stanisic. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
It's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Paris Saint-Germain have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Tar. Bayern Munich suffering an early setback and looking to reel it back in.
Well, I would say that they've only got themselves to blame, Peter. They've been caught cold.
Vitinha, gently done. And the keeper beats it away. Now it's Diaz. Hernandez does really well to win the ball there. Oh, some tackle that. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Diaz!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Oh, the clearance is short. Musiala. Upamecano, forwards and with intent. That was nowhere near his best. Zaire Emery, that's an imaginative pass. Doué! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Over to the left. Hernandez getting this one clear. Changes him with that pass. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Tacho, aim forwards. Upamecano gets it away. Oh, super find. Olise. Olise's cross. Marquinhos tries to clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Doué. Well, this is a fascinating tie. Tight, exciting, energetic. Kvaratskhelia. Nuno Mendes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Stanisic. And it's Neves. Zaire Emery. Vitinha. Zaire Emery. Nice control. Vitinha gently done. Shot a goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's managed to get free. It's clean! In for the pieces! Goal! Bayern Munich! And that gives them an overall lead. Safonov, and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Bayern Munich take the lead and take charge of the tie. Kvaratskhelia. Great defending, strong and determined. Elise. Lovely bit of skill. Now it's Kane. Musiala! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And he's there to clear it. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Kimmich wins the duel this time. And it's Musiala. Zaire Emery. Muscular approach does pay off here. Pavlovic chips it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. João Neves providing an outlet on that flank. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Upamecano is there and he can get that clear. Marquinhos cuts it out. Zaire Emery. And here's Doué. So what can they make of this? That's put paid to a promising move. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kvaratskhelia. Zaire Emery. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! He's got away with one there.
Zaire Emery, it's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Bayern Munich clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Mendes, nicely aimed pass. Stanisic gets across to intercept that. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Chance for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Stanisic. Pavlovic. Moved on forwards. He has found the way through. Well read, nice interception. And it's Musiala. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Doué. Tar. Stanisic. Olise. Musiala, who's set up one goal so far. And that's a Kane!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
João Neves, driven forward. Musiala. Diaz. And here's Kane. It's Kane! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This one clear. And it's Musiala. Chance here to counter. That is good strength. Kvaratskhelia. And here's Kvaratskhelia. So who's he picking out? Oh, that's neat. Kvaratskhelia, and here's Dembele. Chance, surely! He couldn't get hold of it. Kimmich. Diaz. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross goes in there. And he's there to clear it. And it's played forward. It's gone out for a throw-in. Now it's Diaz. And here's Kane. Kane spread out to the left. Plays it through. Musiala. Diaz. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Marquinhos shifted upfield. Musiala. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And here's Davis. Cross.
He was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Olise opts to play it back, and he has been fouled there. That's the talking to, I think. Yes, it is. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That was beautiful, something close to genius. Changed the dynamic somewhat.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Nuno Mendes. Played with finesse. Played into space out wide. Mendes gets over and intercepts. João Neves. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And it's made its way to him. He's in a good chance to shoot. Musiala, good spread. And it's Mendes. Clearly not happy with that. Oh, he's had a shot! That's really well manoeuvred. Musiala, and they can counter here. João Neves does really well to win the ball there. In with the challenge. João Neves has got himself a free kick. Hernandez. Oh, it's played into the area. And the semi-final reaches halfway.
Well, I think it's pretty much ideal so far, Peter. They won't be happy about conceding, but other than that, it's been really plain sailing.
Bayern Munich, 3 ahead after a remarkable half. Who knows how many more will follow. Here we go again. Pacho. João Neves. Oh, it's Dembele. Kvaratskhelia. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. João Neves, Vitinha. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Musiala wins the duel this time. Kimmich. Forwards and with intent. Kane with the delivery. Zaire Emery. Hernandez. Diaz, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. João Neves, and it's lofted through here. Pavlovic. Stanisic. Upamecano. Stanisic. Oh, this looks sharp. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Pacho. João Neves. Oh, can he get onto this? Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Zaire Emery. Kimmich. Up towards the front line. Nuno Mendes. Pacho. Vitinha. He's managed to get himself offside. Skelia was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
João Neves, gently done. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And here's the chance to counter. Olise carries the ball down the right. He's found a way through. João Neves. Paris Saint-Germain cannot keep hold of the ball. Now it's Olise. João Neves. Vitinha. Aim forwards. Out to the left it goes. Kvaratskhelia looking to run onto it. And it's hoisted clear. There's the shot! It's in!
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Long ball looking to counter. Diaz. Ball is over the line. Zaire Emery. Ambitious ball here. Defending of the desperate variety. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Doué. Doué. There are a few waiting for it. Brilliantly cut out. And here's Dembele. Hernandez. Diaz. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Moved on forwards. Kane. Nice physical challenge. And it's Dembele. Kvaratskhelia. Nuno Mendes. Played into the middle. Tar getting this one clear. That's good play. In once more. Oh, what a climb! Oh, not the best of headers. Couple of changes then in quick succession. João Neves. Dembele. Tries a deft little ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. It's a quick ball upfield. Davis tries to clear. Diaz. Looking to break at pace. Great ball if he can get there. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And here's Diaz. Diaz. Now here's the delivery. Fabian Ruiz. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Nuno Mendes. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. A heavy challenge. Kvaratskhelia is fouled. Pavlovic gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha. João Neves. João Neves looking to add to his goal. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Upamecano. Upamecano forwards and with intent. And it's played forward. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Pavlovic. Musiala. Olise. And it's Pavlovic. And here's Olise. Tacho did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That looks a cracking ball. Olise, and the ball's come loose here. And that has been clubbed away.
Nuno Mendes, yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Olise. Kane. Diaz. Diaz! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And now he has two. So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That'll be a throw. Time for a change in personnel. Davis. Over to the left. Great defending, strong and determined. Dembele in acres of space out wide. Nuno Mendes. Can he latch on to this? Davis getting this one clear. Stanisic attempts a clearance. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Upamecano clears it away. Kane does really well to win the ball there. Davis. Diaz. Goretzka. Tar. 8 forwards. Dembele. Oh, they could be caught out here. Kvaratskhelia. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Davis is there and he can get that clear. Goretzka. That's really well manoeuvred. Nicely intercepted. Tar. Upamecano. Pavlovic. Goretzka. Olise, gently done. Right time, excellent interception. Davis. Rapidly approaching the end. They have 1 foot in the final. Tar shifted upfield. Hernandez, aim forwards. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Clipped into space. And he's heaved it away. be a throw-in. Thinks one through, played into space out wide. Lee Kang in. Kimmich with a fine tackle. He's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Hernandez. Lee Kang in. Hernandez. Strong running down that left flank. Tar. Kimmich. Davis. He came in hard, very hard. And they're not going to make any further progress now. João Neves. And it's Neves. Very nicely done. João Neves. Vitinha. He can get that clear. Paris Saint-Germain have got it back and they'll have another go. Hernandez. Fabian Ruiz. João Neves. Vitinha. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so determined.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
Vitinha. Vitinha played into space. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Tar. Davis, gently done. It's cleared! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper. Pacho. 2 minutes to be added on. It's a throw. Kvaratskhelia. Mendes looking for a runner. Oh, it's just a little long. Hernandez with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And there goes the final whistle. They've done it, and you cannot say it is undeserved. This is a team that has looked increasingly like champions, and they may very well be champions soon enough. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, they've grown in stature and confidence with every step.
Falling in counter. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up. Questions raised as to whether the result ought to have been more decisive first time round. There's not an awful lot that can be done about that now. Maintain the status quo and they will go through, something that the hosts will have a lot to say about. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So the overwhelming question here is whether the away team have already done enough.
Well, I doubt they'll take any unnecessary risks, Peter, having the luxury of not forcing the issue. But it's bound to be thrilling. How can it not be? This shouldn't be about could've, should've. They have the authority.
The action has already started. Bayern Munich having been defeated on their travels in the first leg. And that means it is crystal clear, win or else. Kimmich with a definite foul there. Diaz wins the duel this time. And he cuts out the supply. Pacho. Vitinha. Kimmich aim forwards. And it's Zaire Emery. Tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Marquinhos. João Neves. Hernandez. That's really well manoeuvred. João Neves. Vitinha moved on forwards.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Doué. Chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Paris Saint-Germain, that was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when the counter-attack.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Bullish header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gently done. Doué powering forward here. Stanisic cuts it out. Davis. And it's played forward. Kimmich shifted upfield. He's shifting through the gears here. Kane. Kane! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Marquinhos gets it away. And it's Musiala. And here's Kane. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pavlovic, forwards and with intent. Diaz. No way through, so back it comes. Olise! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Nuno Mendes. Pacho, gently done. Musiala, oh, good spread. And the counter is on. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Plays it through. Crossed into the middle. Tar gets good distance on it. It's been a pretty frantic start. A lot of front foot pressing. Kimmich. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Showing good feet. Davis. Cross to the back post. That is a brilliant interception. Vitinha. Pacho. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Tries a deft little ball. And it's corner. Up he goes! It's anyone's ball now. Musiala. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's got to be in. Chance for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that has been cleared. Marquinhos, he's fizzed it forward. Doué hurtling down that right flank. Keeper's dealt with that. And here's can he finish? Stanisic getting this one clear. And here's them. It's Dembele!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Olise. Nuno Mendes. And it's Neves. Nice control. João Neves. Oh, what a ball! Well, they could break here. Thinks one through. Now that's well seen too. Doué. Spread out to the left. That's good play. Can he get onto this? Ah, such a clever touch. Time to deliver. João Neves. And it's hoisted clear. Olise, not delicately. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Vitinha. And there's the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
And here's Doué. And here's Zaire Emery. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's running Diaz! Potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off. It's Musiala.
Musiala! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Musiala, Vitinha makes the interception. Do have a chance to counter here. He's got away. Doué's cross. Oh, shooting chance!
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away.
Stanisic clears it away. Oh, sweet feet. And it's Mendes. And here... And the finish! Davis gets it clear. João Neves. Kvaratskhelia. So who's he picking out? João Neves. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Will he see? And there's his chance to lead the counter. Kane. That is a great pick. Diaz! Goal! Bayern Munich! And that gives them an overall lead. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Bayern Munich take the lead and take charge of the tie. Pacho shifted upfield. And it's Mendes. And here's Kvaratskhelia. And here's them. It's Dembele! That's really well manoeuvred. Davis. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. That's been drilled forward. And here's Diaz. Diaz knocks it out wide.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Doué. Pacho aim forwards. Hernandez. Referee's given a throw. Marquinhos. And here's Dembele. Stanisic is there, and he can get that clear. Moved on forwards. Marquinhos. And here's Doué. Hernandez. Oh, it's Dembele. Olise. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Kane. He welcomes it in. Nice touch. Over to the left. Davis with the cross. And that has put paid to that. Musiala. Good chance here. Oh, that's a waste.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Mendes, and it's played forward. Davis gets across to intercept that. João Neves, aim forwards. Out to the left it goes. João Neves, forwards and with intent. And reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Stanisic. Now it's Olise. Now it's Kane. Now it's Diaz. Olise. And here's Kane. Played it short. Davis. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Neves. Musiala. That's really well manoeuvred. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Zaire Emery. A heavy challenge. And here's Doué. Pavlovic shifted upfield. Out to the right. Chance here to counter. Olise. And he whips. And a chance! Marvellous goal! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Bayern Munich go into the lead. And it's Doué. Hernandez. Doué. Played into the middle. Stanisic gets rid without sophistication. Kane played out towards the right wing. Lovely bit of skill. Zaire Emery. Great defending, strong and determined. Played out to the right. João Neves. Half-time in the semi-final. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Bayern Munich are in at half-time on a comfortable two-goal cushion. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Pacho. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. Takes the shot! Oh, didn't catch it right.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Pacho. Vitinha. Dembele, played out to the left flank. Nuno Mendes. Oh, played through for the wide man. That has been cut short. Pavlovic. Stanisic. Stanisic, gently done. Moved on forwards. Upamecano. Kimmich. Diaz. Shot a goal! We've got a goal! The second half off to a spectacular start. Quite exquisite, brilliantly dispatched.
Dembele really has pulled off a difficult skill which needed expert timing. That was expert timing.
Upamecano. Musiala. Upamecano. Tar. Upamecano. Kane chasing after it. Now it's Olise. Mendes cuts out the pass. Caught offside that time. Davis. Tar. Kimmich. Oh, can he get onto this? Olise. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Zaire Emery. And it's played forward. Davis. Tar. Davis, aim forwards. Marquinhos. João Neves. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Played into space out wide. Lovely feet. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Danger averted for now. And it's Mendes. Oh, that's neat. Kvaratskhelia. Mendes. It's Dembele! It's off target and by quite a way. Doué. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Hernandez. Vitinha, and it's Dembele. Out to the left it goes. Oh, that's nice. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Olise proves just a little bit too strong. Marquinhos clears it away, and the shot! Big chance to get at them. Kvaratskhelia. Nuno Mendes. Almost an hour gone. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Olise does really well to win the ball there. Kimmich. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
Forward it goes. João Neves, Zaire Emery, and the shot!
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Davis. Quick ball upfield. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Dembele. Dembele spread out to the left. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And it's Zaire. He's having a shot! Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Dembele.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's Dembele. Dembele played through into space. Cross goes in there. And he's got his range wrong there. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Stanisic, gently done. Stanisic, oh, good-looking ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Doué.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That is a little undercooked. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Goes for a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Time for a change in personnel. Vitinha plays it short. He is just caressing the ball. Kane. Oh, easy pickings there. And for a moment, time stood still.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. Okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Stanisic forwards and with intent. Davis. That's really well manoeuvred. Kimmich. Tar shifted upfield. And it's played forward. Over to the left. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good... Oh, smashing header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Bayern Munich, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening.
Great chance! That's another chance! And he's found the net! And that puts them back in front on aggregate. Neuer, some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Bayern Munich do not know what's hit them. The tables have been turned. Diaz. Davis. Goretzka. Tar. Aim forwards. Marquinhos gently done. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Olise. And it's Kane. He's gone for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Kane clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Goretzka. Tar. Goretzka. 75 minutes played. Succumbs to the pressure.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Kvaratskhelia.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Marquinhos. Moved on forwards.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been instructed to kill this off.
Fabian Ruiz! Oh, should have put that away.
Fabian Ruiz fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
That's a nicely shaped ball. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Goretzka.
Bayern Munich really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Upamecano.